Welcome to the first episode of my new series called All About Explosives. In this first episode I'm going to go over the basic mechanics and some necessary stuff that you need to know before you watch the rest of the episodes in this series. We will go over different kind of throws that you can use, what jump nading is, and also some mechanics behind flashbangs that you might not know about. Since this is a channel focused on competitive play, I will not go over the rocket launcher, the grenade launcher, or C4 explosives. The ones I will go over are these 5. The normal grenade, frag grenade, the flashbang, the Molotov, the incendiary, and the smoke grenade. So those 5, and we'll start right off with the frag grenade. So the frag grenade, obviously useful to blow stuff up, or more importantly blow enemies up. It has a very big blast radius and will kill anyone that's even remotely close to it, as long as they're not behind any kind of wall or anything. Because that's the problem with them. If they're out in the open, they're very, very strong, but as soon as you get them into kind of indoors areas like these, if an enemy just manages to get behind a wall, he will not get blown up, because they have 0 penetration power basically. Or I'm not gonna say 0, they might be able to blow up thin metal like this maybe, but even logs such as these, if a grenade lands here and you manage to stay on the other side, you're not gonna die. So that's something to think about when you see a grenade coming flying towards you, and something to think about when you're supposed to kill an enemy with it. With the help of the frag grenade, I'm going to showcase 2 things that applies to all 5 explosives. The first thing is the 3 different throws. We have the right click throw, which will make your soldier pull out the grenade and he can hold it for as long as he wants. When he throws this is when he releases the pin of the grenade. And it will explode approximately 5 seconds afterwards. The left click throw, which is probably the most commonly used and also most commonly used by me, because you can cook it as long as you want and make your enemy has less time to react. So left click, hold it for as long as you want. If you hold it too long, it's going to blow up in your hand. But if you do like that, you can get it to explode a lot faster and the enemy won't have time to react. The third throw, and probably the least useful one, is the underhand throw. It will make your soldier hold it like this, and he will not pull the pin. You will just throw it, and it will explode, as I said, 5 seconds afterwards. You can make him pull the pin though by pressing your left mouse button, like this. Now I pulled the pin, and it started cooking. I throw it, and it's going to explode, and almost kill me. You can also do this with right click throw actually, which can be very helpful sometimes with certain grenades that you want to pull off. So yeah, I'm holding it like this, I can pull the pin. If you listen close, you can probably hear it. Right there, I pulled it, and it started cooking, and I throw. And it explodes much earlier. So yeah, those are the different mechanics around cooking and stuff like that. The second thing that applies to all 5 explosives is jump throwing, which is especially useful for smokes and grenades. It's what I do 90% of the times that I throw a grenade. What it enables you to do is throw your grenade much further, basically. So I'm going to show you an example here. I'm standing here, I'm throwing the grenade over the radio tower here. Like that. And maybe kill an enemy on the other side here. If I'm standing all the way back here, it's too far. I cannot get it over the radio tower. As you can see, it lands on top and explodes up there. With a jump throw, I can throw it much further back, which will obviously be very helpful. I don't know, I haven't tried this, but maybe even behind the wall here, we'll see. I run up and throw a jump throw. Yeah, it goes much further. I didn't throw it all the way over, but still you get the point of it. A jump throw enables you to throw grenades much further, which is usually what you want. Instead of running up close and throwing it, you just get it from further away. How you do it is that when you're holding down your mouse, you let go of the mouse as soon as you press your spacebar. So press spacebar and let go of the mouse at the exact same time, like this. Pretty simple, at least once you get the hang of it, which you will pretty soon. So just practice it either in public servers or get into an empty server, just run around and practice jump throwing. If I didn't really manage to sell you on jump nading, why it can be useful is basically you can pull out a lot of nades that you cannot do without jump nading. Such as these, for example. These are more helpful in competitive and stuff, because you probably can figure out a lot of times where you think that the enemy will play. And if you can manage to get a nade down there, yeah, you're gonna play a 4 versus 5 pretty early in the round. So yeah, these grenades I'm throwing with the right click, because if I don't, they're gonna explode mid-air too early, because the left click makes your grenade explode earlier, as I said before. Okay, that's all on jump throw, that's all on the different clicks, and all on the frag grenade. Next up, we have the Molotov and the Incendiary. They're really similar, there's only one key difference between them, which I'm gonna go over very soon. The Molotov Incendiary is, in my opinion, the least useful explosive out of the 5, or out of the 4, I guess, since they're practically the same thing. Because in this game, you can run through Molotovs and Incendiary, you will take damage, but taking damage doesn't matter so much, because an enemy will kill you in one shot, whether or not you have 100% health or only 20% health. If they have a powerful enough gun, they're gonna kill you. So running through Molotovs and Incendiary is definitely possible, and that makes them pretty much, I wouldn't say useless, but a lot less useful at least. So, but they can still be used, definitely. The difference between them is that the Molotov will never explode in your hand. You can hold it as long as you want, even with the left click. They will never explode mid-air either. They explode when they land, basically. No exceptions. The Incendiary will actually explode in your hand. This is more like a grenade, and it has a very short fuse, so I have fucked this up a lot of times. If you use the right click throw, you can hold it as long as you want, exactly like a grenade, but this one will actually explode mid-air. As you can see, it has a really short fuse. Even if I held it with the right click, it exploded really early. So that means if you left click it, it will explode super early. That one almost explodes in my hand. And if I hold it like this and try to line it up, it might explode in your hand and you're gonna die. Next up is smoke grenades. Jump throwing smokes is very good, because you want to get them as far away as from yourself as possible, or you want to throw them towards your enemy. You don't want to block off yourself with the smoke. If you think you know where an enemy is, maybe up there, you don't want to smoke this area, you want to smoke this area. The problem on maps like Heights and Station, though, is that there are water, and smokes don't work in water. Or so you would think. Like that, you can see it doesn't work. But if you get your smoke to blow up or start blooming in mid-air, then it's going to keep producing smoke in the water. So if I cook it for some time like this, and then throw, you saw it, that was very close, but still, I threw it straight into the smoke, to the water, and it still starts blooming because the smoke blew up right before. But you probably want to throw it a bit higher, so cook it a little bit, throw it like this, and now you see it starts blooming mid-air and lands in the water and will still produce smoke. Lastly, we have the flash grenade, which got a patch 2 months ago or something, which made it a lot more useful. Before, if you throw a flash around the corner, like so, you could still get flashed if you were close enough to the corner, which was kind of buggy and made them pretty useless. Now that isn't the case, and also they buffed the duration of the how long you're flashed, basically. So if I cook like this and imagine that I'm an enemy now, I get flashed for a very long time, which can obviously give you a lot of time to kill the enemy without him even seeing you. I like to right click my flashes because you can throw them further that way, and as with all other grenades you have a longer fuse. He will not pull the pin until you basically throw it away. So if I walk forward and then right click, it will get right outside of my own flash radius actually. So I will never get flashed. As long as you walk forward and right click, you will not get flashed by your own flash. If you just left click it though, you will get flashed by your own flash. So right click them most of the time, unless you want to really cook it. Say that you're behind this corner and you want to flash someone on the right on the other side, you can cook it like this. Walk up close and then kill someone. One more thing with flashes, the last thing in this video, which is actually probably the biggest point in this video, that I know a lot of you watch my videos because you want to get these secret kind of tips that maybe not that many people know. This is one of them. Flashes has a very weird thing when it comes to peeking. Because the game registers you as where you stand, not how you peek. And with flashes, it has all to do with basically where you see. So you would think that I will just flash if I do like this. Let's see if I can get it right. Like that. I'm looking straight at the flash, I don't get flashed. I'm looking straight at the flash, I shouldn't get flashed by a tiny amount. But the reason is because the game registers me as standing behind this wall. So as long as I don't hit a flash somewhere here, I will not get flashed by this. This works both for you and against you. So say that an enemy, I'll take a common position in competitive play, is someone maybe holding inside here, say he peeks from the fridge here. If you flash in this area, it will be pretty useless, because this guy sitting in here man cave, as it's called, he will not get flashed because the game registers him as being behind this wall. And if you throw a flash here, he will not get flashed. This is, I don't know if it's probably not intended, but that's how it is right now. And this channel is focused at helping you becoming as good of a player as you can within the rules of the game. So I'm going to show you a quick last example of this, how I like to use it. If you're not interested, then you can quit the video because it's pretty much done. But if you want to see how I like to use it on Ministry, then keep watching for a minute or two. So a good example of how you can utilize this towards your own advantage with the peeking thing is here on Alpha, long A on Ministry. There are tons of positions like this, but this is where I found it the most useful, most consistently. A lot of times, both in public, normal, big, like even in, I guess, push or something if you ever play push on Ministry, but in service with many people, you will see a lot of people camping back here and stuff. And one way to kind of, if you want to peek them from the balcony here, is you can cook your flash and then peek afterwards and shoot them. A problem though when you play against more skilled players is that when they get flashed like that, they're probably going to start spraying this doorway because they know you're going to come out of there. And if you're peeking that, you're going to die. Even if he's flashed, he doesn't have to see you to kill you. So what I like to do, I guess, when I know I'm playing against a player who's decently good, basically in pugs or scrims or whatever competitive matches, is to right-click the flash to give him as long time as possible to turn away from the flash, because good players wants to turn away from the flash. So he will turn away from that flash, and if I peek before it blows up, he's basically going to be with his back against me, and I can peek my own flash because I know of these kind of peek bug thing. So you do that, and then peek before. And he will probably have his back against you, or he will be very distracted by that flash and basically think like, oh shit, I gotta turn away. So you do that, peek, and then you can kill him. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't really quick, but it was hopefully useful anyway. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.